on today's video, as we got rallied, imprisoned, and all that good stuff, that's not the main part of this video, it's one of them. We're gonna talk about war in Heroic Anthem. I want to show you the flow of the map, which zone opens where you should expect fights and what you're fighting for, and of course, some tips and tricks about war mechanics that changed in Heroic Anthem that you need to be aware of. So sit back, don't forget to smash a like on the video, and let's go. Hey there YouTube, welcome back to Gekko Gaming as we are randomly teleported into enemy territory, hoping and praying we get rallied. In this video, as I mentioned to you, I want to show you the flow of the map and the flow of war, tell you a few war mechanics that are important for you to know, for you to plan properly your flagging and the way you prepare your coalitions, all that in this video. And of course, I'll show you myself getting imprisoned and rallied. Before we start on my sponsored content creator, brothers, don't forget to slap a like on this video and of course smash that subscribe button. Did you know that only 36% of you are subscribed to this channel? What are you waiting for? Hit that bell to get a notification every time we upload a new video. And here we go. So we're gonna have to keep an eye on our notifications, make sure maybe we get rallied while recording. That would be awesome. But let's talk about war and how the map flows and all that good stuff. We'll start from there and then tell you a few war mechanics that are super critical. Somewhere in the middle, I'll show you the rally that I took and all that good stuff. So, of course, you have the initial zone. And in the initial zone, you'll actually have multiple kingdoms. Now, honestly, I can understand why a vast majority will say, oh, we're going to ally up with our camp. And it is important for the camp to be allied up because it's camp against camp against camp, technically. But if you cannot reach an agreement within your camp, you could expect potential war within your own camp in the first days. That's right. If you end up somehow with a kingdom that hates you, you're screwed. So be careful about the camp. People can hit each other from other kingdoms. However, once you start doing coalitions, you can have mixed coalitions with the different kingdoms and that you cannot hit each other. So you can, for example, have an alliance with one or two alliances from another kingdom while the third or fourth alliance get wrecked in a fight or something like that. So the first thing that happens is you get in here in that first zone, you already have your nice little ruins and all that good stuff. For the record, there are 2 in each zone, and if you divide it in a way that each coalition has 1, or if there's only one big coalition, you can use 2 of them at the same time. Yeah, I haven't even thought about that. I'm grinding honor, and turns out I could have gone to both of these ruins and also both of the altars. I've been going to 1 and 1, so slight mistake by me, just be aware of that. The next zone that opens up is actually the bottom zone that connects between the corners. It's the middle areas. It's kind of like the middle kingdoms back in the day. In here, what you're contesting for is for the one sanctuary. Now, in this area, these passes only open up for you to get through. Your enemy cannot take them yet. They cannot go into your initial zone. So they are now in protected phase, I guess. They'll get unsealed eventually. But this is where you can expect the first fight. Now, if you make alliances with other camps, if you make any kind of pacts, or even if you don't, you're going to have to think which sanctuary of the 2, or if you're going to go for 2, that's fine too, you're going for. This is where essentially what you're fighting for. In Heroic Anthem, the fights are for the buildings, and the buildings belong to the coalitions, not to kingdoms. So at the end of the day, if you have 2 big coalitions in your camp, you could realistically go for 2 sanctuaries for both coalitions, one bottom, one on the right in the case of the top left corner. So you're fighting essentially for the buildings. So the fights go for the sanctuaries in here. And from there, you get into the next zone, which in theory would be zone 6. Zone 6 is protected if you own, it is protected essentially. Each kingdom gets a chance to have their own zone. Each camp gets a chance to have their own zone 6. And that zone 6 is protected from other camps until the level 7 passes open, which happens about 30 days into the KVK. While this is contested or not contested anymore, this stays open for the remainder of time. So there could be a realistic situation where while one team is trying to push into zone 6, the other team is trying to take back zone 5 and then go out to zone 6. There's many ways you can flow within the map. So be aware that it's not like it was before where you finish with the zone, you go to the next one. You finish with the zone, you go to the next one. There's actually potential for there to be fights within zone 5 and zone 6 at the same time. When the zone 6 opens up, this is where you're going to find your circles. Circles are not contested yet until you hit that day 30. Then the ancient ruins open up, and that's what you end up fighting for I believe, a week and a half, give or take. And then today it happened. We're going through it right now. 20 days before the event ends, you get into the past 7s. Past 7s open up around the map, which means you can go around all of Zone 6's, kind of like in KVK Season 1. You don't have to go only through the middle. You can actually go around, clear your enemies all around before you even get into Kingsland. This is a combination of Lost Kingdom Season 1 and 2 in Light versus Darkness, where there are some safer zones for you to continue to enjoy the event even if you lost your Zone 5. However, you're not going to get to Kingsland if and only if you win Zone 6. If you don't win Zone 6, you can't get into Kingsland. And I personally love it. I think that Kingsland is made for kings, for those who won the KVK. Those who have not won the KVK should not, or did not win the fights, should not have access, in my opinion, to a Kingsland where they have access to better resources, better gems, better barbarians. Even if there's a fight there for like 20 hours, all that you need to do is do a little bit of the goodies and then you get out, and that's that. So the flow again goes zones 4, 5, 6, and 7, 6, and then 7. So 4, 5, 6, and then you fight for 6, and then you go into 7. That's the general flow of passes. Now, when our pass opened up, I random teleported. I random teleported quite a lot. A lot of us random teleported, and I was somewhere around here. And we were plundering these couple of guys. Me and my friend Frosty Nomad were in here, and we were plundering this man who had billions of resources and this man who had billions of resources. But unfortunately, I was low on resources in general. When the rally started coming at me, and you're seeing right now the footage of the rally as you can hear me in the background. When the rally started forming around me, I was not resourced ready up to take a full rally and then more. I could have very easily tanked more than one rally if I had the resources to instantly clear my hospital to be ready for another one to come. The problem was that, again, my weakness, I guess, in this game now is resources. And my 2021 end of New Year's resolution kind of thing for Rise of Kingdoms is going to be that I will actually take the title of Farmer Gekko and start farming, because I find myself out low on resources all the time, and that's not good if you want to actually fight like crazy, and we want to fight. So we took a rally. It was a fun rally. It wasn't a terrible rally. We didn't have the most optimized setup. We had a Tiltakeda on the wall. They are my stronger pair of commanders in this account, and I had a few mistakes. I did not pop a attack buff, which I had an attack buff from the last night, and I completely forgot about it. So at least I had the 5%. Now I have the 10% on. And my rune had expired, and I didn't even notice. I mean, I had a 7% attack and defense. I was next to a 10% attack that I could have picked up. I didn't notice that my rune was missing. Honestly, it's one of the, when you are not a billionaire kind of player, in the sense of you don't have tons of troops and you don't have tons of speed ups to heal and to resource up and to take a few rallies, no problem, things get very nervous. I mean, I was shaking. I knew that I was fine. I knew that I could bubble at any time, which we ended up doing. And at the end of the day, it was just a little nerve-wracking, honestly. And I enjoyed taking the rally. I am right now waiting and hoping and praying I get rallied once more. Let me show you the report right here. So this was a very good rally by them, with the slight exception that they had cavalry in their, a little bit of cavalry in their infantry rally, Or else this rally could have done a lot better. It lost much less, but it's okay. That's how life works. This wasn't the best trade for me. Obviously, 3.8 million troops. Most of them are not tier 5s. A lot of tier 2s, tier 1s, and all that. I absolutely, completely, and utterly disbanded all of the non-tier 5s. I left only the tier 1 sieges and a little bit of cabs. All of these are really just fluff, and they filled a lot of my hospital for no real reason. And so we learned our lesson. We're going to optimize this account a little bit. But with 1.6 million T5s and about a million and a half, 1.2 million tier 4s, taking a rally was a hit. It was definitely a hit. We started getting swarmed right here, and that's where I started calling it. Because I was low on resources, I didn't want to give up more resources to them. If I had hundreds of millions, I would have probably lost like 50, 60 million resources to them in the rally and taken another one. But because I couldn't heal and because it wouldn't have made any sense to give them the resources for free, essentially. If we take a quick look at a situation that we're at, I'm at a 281 cavalry attack, which is okay. We also didn't have any of the support skills set up, so it randomly set us with 2 support skills. One of them being a rally attack on a wall. Like, hello, what? But okay, whatever. It picked the first 2. It is what it is. With all that being said, a 5% rune, a defense title, not an attack title, and on top of that, we had we didn't have a rune. We're at 281. With a attack title, we can go up to 286. With a 10% rune, which we now have, we're at 296. And with an extra 5% worth of a boost, we're at 301. And then add to that some extra researches that I did after taking the first rally for Heroic Anthem. Do not worry, we have all the data saved for y'all. We got it, and it'll be updated in the sheet like we've been doing. This was not the best nor the worst rally I've ever taken. I would love if anyone hit me right now. I think that I'm much better optimized at this point. We are, of course, also VIP 15. We're nowhere near that 17 life where you get yourself a nice little extra 5% all damage. That would be really nice. But yeah, we haven't had a chance to rally anything. We haven't had a chance to do anything. Essentially take a rally and hope and pray. But hey, at least we took one. So thumbs up for that. Let's talk about a couple of mechanics before we leave that are super important for you to know about warring in Heroic Anthem. Before that, I just want to give a quick shout out to Pyro from Fox from Kingdom 20, because she is an awesome chick, and it's been fun. I lost most of my resources dueling her in a Mightiest Governor, which made no sense whatsoever, but I needed Zenobia, so it is what it is. Shout out to you, Pyro. Thank you for being awesome. With that being said, let's talk about war mechanics. The first thing you need to know is how coalitions work, because coalitions have a meaning. Coalitions mean that you essentially have a group of alliances from the same camp and potentially from different kingdoms that are now one big alliance. What does that mean? It means that everybody shares the buildings and shares the pass and all that good stuff. But, big but, you can't rally more than one rally per coalition for a target. That's right. If you're planning on having all your big alliances together, then you're essentially shooting yourself in the foot, because the same coalition cannot double rally, triple rally, whatever it is. Aw, Blackpink is leaving. He was trying to rally me a couple times, but nobody joined his rally. But anyway, having the coalition means that only one rally per coalition per target. Of course, you can definitely fill rallies of your coalition no matter which kingdom or alliance you're from. You can click help to help whichever kingdom in your coalition, whatever alliance is there. But now you got to think about how you flag as well as how you divide your coalitions. In my opinion, any kingdom that has a big potential for a big coalition should consider having farm alliances or smaller alliances, building a secondary coalition, building the flags so that there's 2 coalitions flagging onto the targets, and that way alliances can swap coalitions through the fight to be able to double, triple rally and whatever the hell not. The second thing you need to know that's war mechanics that's important. If you teleport onto an alliance in your coalition, you can't, but you're not protected. you're only protected under your own alliance's flag. So make sure that you're under your own alliance's flag before you go to sleep, or I don't know, whatever you do. And if you are on someone else's flag, on another alliance from your coalition, that's fine. Just be careful. Finally, coalitions cannot help each other with resources, which means your alliance can help you with resources, but other alliances from the same coalition cannot help you with resources. So keep that in mind. With that being said, I think that we're going to see much more action in the coming heroic anthems, as there's going to be more kingdoms that are looking forward to fight. This KVK, I think we have, it's been called unfair from the beginning, and our opposition essentially just gave up on it. A couple of them saying it's not fun to fight an unfair fight. And while I understand that mentality, and I don't judge them whatsoever, I mean, again, massive shout outs to the folks in 10W. They rallied, they were rallying, they were fighting, but they were picking and choosing their battles. Just keep one thing in mind: if you are going to have the mindset of this is not fair, and it's true, it's not fair, therefore I will not fight, remember that you need to get 30 million kills out of any other camp in order to guarantee yourself the coin worth of a reward. Honestly, duel it out, have fun, do what you need to do to get those 30 million kills, because it would be a shame not to get the coin. And I will tell you this: if it comes down to it, and I can't get more than the 2 million kills that I have right now fairly, you guys are going to literally see my kill count go up in T1s by 28 million kills, because the coin is that valuable. It is worth the T1 kills. Even though I did not want to do this on this account. I wanted this account to be full war, no tier 1s, BS stuff. If there is no 30 million kills to get in this KVK, we'll get them whichever way we can. That coin is 15 legendary scraps for a blueprint. It is important. With that being said, what do you think about Lost Kingdom and Heroic Anthem wars? What do you think will happen in your Lost Kingdom? Leave me a comment down below and let me know. I'm Gekko. I'm out of here. Appreciate every single one of you. Drop the like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all sooner rather than later. Have a great rest of your week and take care. Peace.